Hello YouTube. Okay, it's been a long while since I've been making videos, but I'm gonna make one today. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So today, this is this new truck. It's got some things I'm gonna do to it. Some good, some not so good. So that truck, that new one, it's got an ISX 15 in it, and I was running loads to Shelby the other day, and it threw an engine code at me. It had something strange. It has a screen. It told me, it said injector spill valve, which basically I took it in, they hooked up the computer to it, and the #1 cylinder failed the performance test at the injector, I should say. So it needs a new injector. So that's what I'm on today. Now I'm headed to pick up an injector. Supposed to get here today at the local diesel shop. Part acquired. Expensive little thing, but I'm gonna do it. What do you think, Ringo? He said he's ready to go. Come on, Ringo. Load up. Yeah, you know, it says it's got an injector out of it, but it sure runs good. It's kind of strange. Okay, so the order of things, drop the trailer, go put this truck in the shop, and we'll get to work. You're being lazy dog today. Jeez. While I'm waiting for it to cool down, I can show you guys some of my more cool stuff that's actually more fun. Okay, this is the cool side of, this is the more fun side of the day today. We got a chain horn for this thing, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, that being said, as much as I would love to work on my chain horn, because that's the fun work, it's actually all fun work. I really enjoy I'm really gonna enjoy getting this injector out of here. And it'll be pretty simple. It's got common rail on it. This will have to come off. Valve cover will come off. And then basically these new ones, they have a wiring harness for the injectors. You pull that off. And I'll walk through all this as we go too, and we'll kind of do it as a how-to, I guess, too. And it's not very complicated at all, but anyway, anybody has an ISX 15, here you go. This is how we're gonna do it. So I just pull off there, that's part of the EGR. That goes straight into their intake from the exhaust side. EGR sucks, that's what I think. But okay, keep moving here. That comes off, now we can start on the, just the valve cover in general. Okay, there, got that big air intake line off. That is, that's more of a pain than you think. It just kind of fits tight in there, and anyway, I lose a few clamps and do it all at the same time, kind of, but we got her. We got her. Now we should have her. Come on, you third. Right here in the back. Come on, everybody. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Well, there you go. This is cool. This is the whole inside of this is what the inside of an ISX 15 looks like. It's really cool. It's got the common rail on it, which you can see where each one runs, ding, ding, ding. And this is the harness that controls all that. And they're all electrically injected, completely electrically, which is really cool. But anyway, it usually there would be on the normal ISX. There's another camshaft runs right there, but you can see that one that runs underneath and kind of see under there. Anyway, that's what runs these rocker arms that run all the valves. But there's only one side in this engine, which is kind of crazy. It just doesn't look right. Usually you open it up and there's just this huge jumble of crap. Well, here there ain't. And I'm going for the #1 cylinder, the one in the very front, which is actually really nice. I'm really glad it's not #6. It's even #6 would be super easy, but anyway. That's what we're after. And we'll peel this harness off. First of all, we'll pull that off so I can get that, and that's the injector right there. And we'll go from there. Okay, and then this little doohickey here is just a couple of clips. There's not a bolt. It's like, ow. Still plenty warm in here. It's been like 3 hours since I've done this, or since I shut it off, and it's still hotter than the son of a gun. Don't want her to break anything. There we go. Okay, there's one. So we may end up having to take this guy off of there too. Okay, there we go. That's as much as I need to take off the harness, just because I'm doing one injector. Before we do that, let's take off the fuel lines here. So next what we're going after is this is the fuel rail. This whole rail is called the fuel rail. It pressures up to like 9,000 PSI or something outrageous. But anyway, make sure and let that sit a little before you undo that. Otherwise you'll have a good day. But we'll pull off this one. This is the one that goes to the #1 over there. Might be kind of a pain in the arse to get that a little bit, but we'll make her manage. Okay, there is the, I have to look up what this is called. But anyway, it's where it injects fuel into the injector. There's the old one. It comes with a new one, the new injector does. So we'll make sure this is the thing. You want to take this out before you take the injector out, or else you will really mess up that tip if you're ever going to use this again for any reason. I got a new one, so I guess it really wouldn't matter, but even so, it's got a flat side. That hole has a flat side too, and you just got to see which way it orients itself to go in, and so it doesn't spin. Anyway, okay, there's that. Okay, now I'm ready to pull the injector. I just got to pull that. I think, like I said, that's a 10 millimeter 12 point. There's the bolt. I'm not too concerned about beating up this injector. It's no good anyway, so it just gotta kind of pop out of there. There, oh, I got it to pop out. There's your holding bracket. It's got little grooves that help. There's a little slot on these suckers that it sits in to help it go where it's supposed to. There's the injector. Woo! Well, it looks like crap. Okay, so comparison time. Here's the old injector. It had some issues for sure. Oh man. Anyway, there's the new one. I'm hoping that that's kind of the main one that was like that. Maybe the O-ring was having some trouble. I don't know. I don't know why it looked like that, but it did. So anyway, so this is the fuel connecting line. It has a little tip like that. It's really down to a machine down to a certain thousandth of an inch, and it goes right into that little hole right there through the block, or the head I mean, and it sits in there, and it is machined down to so tight that that's what it's supposed to be. They're really delicate though. You don't want to beat them up at all. But anyway, that's how it works. So, and that's where the fuel comes from, and anyway, it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna cover that thing up and finish it off tomorrow when I'm ready to get her all the way together, so I can put the cover on and be done with her. But anyway, it's getting dark out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we're back. It's the next day. Back to this thing. This is something I know that's important with this guy. Is there's a little couple of grooves right there They go in the injector right there. You can see the little grooves. They line up, so when you're putting it in, and I already lubed up the O-ring with oil. When you put it in, it just goes on like that. You just gotta line up the grooves and get them put in there just like this. It fits kind of like a puzzle. And that'll line up this, your fuel line porthole there for when you put in the actual connector from the outside. I'm gonna have to remove that out of the way just a little bit. Just gently slide it in. O-ring is there. Lined up with the grooves. Wait a minute. I know my troubles. That is not supposed to be on there. That'd help. Goofy dummy moments, that's what that is. Okay, this is gonna go a lot easier now. A lot easier. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of give it a little pressure to get that O-ring seated in there. There. Feel it pop. And that, then my bolt hole is lined up. And I'm just gonna snug it up finger tight till we get till we get the actual fuel line in. Okay, now the little fuel connector line right down that hole in there, right where we took the little one out. They talk about there's a flat spot, and that's gotta line up with the flat spot in the actual bore there. I don't know if you can see in there. No, not really. In there, there's a little flat spot. I can see it's on the very bottom, and that's where those little stepped flat spots are supposed to line up so that it seats properly. Oh, jeez. Okay. Flat spot on the bottom as we go in. Okay, and now on the fuel line retaining nut, that's the hollow one. It needs a little bit of engine oil. Just kind of start the retaining nut. And then we're going to do the torque sequence on the caps, which is to the manufacturer specifications. There's one. There it is. Okay. So these, both of these cap screws, the one that goes on this fuel connector line and the one on the injector, it's a two-part torque sequence. So now I gotta change it to a higher torque and we'll retorque them, and that should be the final torque. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's a wrap on old girl. She's all back together and back to old self. Now we just gotta see if it'll run. Or run right, I should say. Make sure there's no leaks or anything. Wouldn't expect there to be, but you never know. the wrap on the injector side of things. I took that for a drive up and down the road, make sure there's no check engine lights or anything. There ain't. It runs like a champ. Should be good. I think just to take the load to, I think I'll have one load a week basically to take the Shelby to really put it to the test under load. But it should be all ready, I think. I really hope anyway. Something else I wanted to point out too, the whole reason behind why I think that injector actually went bad. We got that truck with just a little over 50,000 miles on it, which is incredibly low. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. You just don't usually find trucks like that. It's just hard to find them. But we did. We found one. But it sat, it's a 2011, and it sat in some Texas heat for a long, long, long time without being driven. And I think some of the fuel gets a little bit, is pretty gummed up looking, and that's why the old injector over here, that's why this old injector looks the way it does. It's kind of got some gummy fuel, and the whole I had to clean out the fuel tanks that when we first got it too. Might be something we continue to battle. I don't know. I hope not. But I think that definitely is the reason that one went bad, because it just got some little bit of scum to it. So hopefully that's all the last we hear of it. But that's the whole. That's the reason I think it really had trouble. So anyway, fixed now. Seems to be pretty good. So we're gonna run with it.